All right, and welcome to this video. And I hope to give you a very brief, quick explanation of how to pick an online business model. So without further ado, if you're starting out and you're sort of considering starting in the online world and you want to open your first online business, there's a lot of different business models that you could choose from. But yeah, what is a very good one to start out with? Now, the first problem you're going to run into is when you Google, you search for what type of business models you could use, is that there is a humongous amount of information overload. It's very difficult online to find reliable source and proper training into really what is good for you. So I'm hoping to give you a little bit of an insight in, personally for me, what are the best business models to start online. And for me, it starts very clearly with your vision. What is the vision, or what is this lifestyle that you as a person are looking for? Because when I started out, for example, and that could be for you as well, if you're looking for example, more time freedom, you are done with having that 9-to-5 job and you don't want to have any contracted hours, you don't want to have specific times where you need to work, and you're looking to really create your day yourself, then there are certain business models that could work with that and certain that could not. Now, in the case of if you're looking for time freedom, a business model I wouldn't suggest to get into, for example, is something like consultancy or agency, because this business, it evolves around finding clients that you're going to help and support on specific times. And at the same time, you're going to be trading your time for money. They're going to pay you for the time that you invest in them and help them, to coach them, to consult them, or as an agency, they're going to pay you for your time that you are doing marketing for them or building websites. So if you're looking for something that will give you time freedom, this may not be your best choice. It's also not very scalable, but I'll come back to that later in the video. Another business business model that I wouldn't recommend starting out if you're new is, for example, in the software development, program development, or even the cryptocurrency. Now, these businesses are also quite booming, but also highly competitive, and the technological skills that are required for this type of business, they are very, very, I would say, challenging for someone that's starting out. And unless you're already very technically trained and capable to do this, this is not a business I would start out with. It would also require a lot of time to develop a product, which would probably require a lot of funding as well. And for those reasons, they are not the right industry for me to start out if you're sort of new and your technical skills are as limited as my technical skills are, for example. Now, these types of businesses, as I said, like the cryptocurrency also, and if you're looking to build your own software, and the learning curve there is so steep that if I make a stupid comparison, it's kind of like when you're playing football, you're directly starting in the Champions League final playing against Real Madrid. Maybe it's better just to start off a little bit on a level that you're more comfortable with and don't start playing with the best directly. But now again, coming back to our situation, what are the business models that I think are really highly advantageous for people that are just starting out and are new and are learning? To me, there's two business models. First one, I would say, is affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing, in short, is selling other people's products for a commission. So basically, a company has a brand, they have a product, and they are selling this product from their store. They have a customer support team, they have got everything set up. And what you're going to do is you're going to do the customer acquisition for this company. So you're going to find a way online to source potential customers. You're going to find them based on their interests, and you're going to lead them either to their webpage, or you're going to sell via your own webpage and forward the sale to the company. And this company is going to provide you with a commission in exchange for what you've done. And the funny thing is that you can do this for products all around your house. There's many things that are within your interest, and you'll be surprised how many products are commissionable. Pretty much everything you have in your house, probably you could sell for a commission. So the good thing is you could also, you could find things that you're interested in and that you care about that you could start selling on behalf of these companies. The other one that I would say is a very good one is e-commerce. So e-commerce is the second business model that is good to start out with, and you can split this into two different types. I would say you can have sort of the drop shipping or your private labeling. Now, again, this may if you don't know what it is, but e-commerce, in short, it's what Amazon is quite big in. It's the online sales of goods and services. But drop shipping, the difference between drop shipping and affiliate marketing, for example, is in drop shipping, you are also doing customer acquisition. You're finding the customers, and but in this case, you're actually sourcing the product directly from a supplier. And the difference is you get to set the prices that you want for the product you get. So you could source a product from China, you could get it here, delivered here. For example, I'm in the Netherlands, to the Netherlands. I could sell it to someone within the Netherlands. As soon as they sell it, I will forward it to the supplier. They will handle the shipping towards the client. But I get to decide the pricing myself, which means I can decide on my profit margins. Now, the advantage is, you could build a higher margin compared to affiliate marketing because there's only a commission. But the disadvantage is that you would have to be taking care of your customer support or any complaints that guests may have. So there's a pro and a con on both sides. And alternatively, you could also do private labeling, which is very similar to drop shipping, but it requires a little bit more funding up front. What you're going to do is you're going to source a product, could be in China, that's already made and with a company that already knows how to make it, but you're going to put a private label on it. You're going to make it, let's say I'm going to buy salt and pepper shaker and I'm going to make it Mr. Matt's Awesome Salt and Pepper, and I'm going to put a logo on it. I'm going to purchase 2,000 pieces. I'm going to ship them to the Netherlands, put them in a warehouse of Amazon, and I'm going to sell them via Amazon listing, and I'm going to sell them to the clients, and Amazon actually in this case will handle on my behalf. That would be also a business model. It requires a little bit more funding because you would have to pay up front for the private labeling, of course. But the advantage is again that your margins could be a lot higher, and if it's really going to be a high selling product, that your margins are going to be tip top. Now, all these business models that I just explained, what is the main reason that I like these is you can work on them whenever you want. So you're not bound by time. There's no specific office hours. You can build on it 24/7, or you could choose to work only 1 hour a week. But as long as once you've got everything set up and your sales funnel is running, there's not much you need to do anymore. And that means you can decide whether today you work from 12 to 2 and the next day, if it doesn't suit you, the sun comes out, you want to play golf, you can start work at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Or if you have a child that is going to bed, you can decide today I will start working at 8:30 in the evening, whatever works for you. That's one big advantage for all of these three. The other advantage I would say is that they are all very highly scalable. And scalable, what I mean with that is, for example, if I'm launching a campaign and I'm launching an ad and I'm selling a certain product and I'm not sure whether my web page is working properly, so what I do, I'm going to test it. So I'm going to run an ad, I'm going to pay say 10 euros a day for this ad to run, and I'm going to test and see how the people are responding. And for this 10 euros a day, maybe my ad will be shown to maybe 1,000 people. And based on those 1,000 people, after a week, 1-2 weeks, I can see that generally the people are responding well. And actually, in terms of sales that I got back from this, it turns out that out of every 10 euros that I spent every day, I actually made a 15 or let's say 20 euro revenue. So if I make 20 euros revenue over 10 euro advertising, it means my profit is 10. So that means for me, that's it's a good business to run, but of course, making 10 euros a day isn't gonna, cut maybe all my costs. The advantage is, in this case, once I see that it's working, I can just raise my budget from 10 euros a day to 100 euros a day, or 1,000 euros a day. And what happens? All those profits that I have seen happening on the small amounts are limitedly scalable. I mean, of course, until your audience runs out. I mean, you cannot advertise to 100 billion people because they're simply not there, but it's very highly scalable, which means it's not dependent on working hours. It's not dependent on if you're in an agency business, you can schedule 1 hour with someone, and if you get a lot more customers, well, once you hit 24 hours a day, I don't think you can go beyond that unless you're going to hire more staff, and that's going to take a lot more time. So what I mean with scalable business is something that by push of a button, just increase the budget of advertising campaign, you can just scale it to a higher level. Other main advantages in starting with these businesses is the first and most important lesson that you're going to learn from all these business models that I just explained is that you're going to learn about customer acquisition. And that is the number one skill that is involved in any other type of business model that you're gonna have online. Understanding your customer and solving their problem is the one main part that you'll need to understand in order to be successful online. And all these business models support learning and developing yourself in that aspect. And once you switch to another business model, then you can just take all that experience that you have and bring it to your next business model. Secondly, you get to work with products that you resonate with. You can pick your own products that you like working with or that you have in your own house. And thirdly, I mean, it really starts, you can start as small as you want. You don't have to invest a lot of money, but at the same time, you're starting to generate a cash flow, and you can build this business in order to get a cash flow going, and you can use that cash flow to build on to another business in the future if you wish to do so. And I would say the last advantage that is also for me a very big one, well, it contributes to that time freedom, is that you get to leverage automation. So what I mean with that is you get to build a sales funnel, but there is nothing that I physically have to do at a certain time point, like I said earlier. For example, now I'm speaking to you via this video. It's a pre-recorded video. I'm not actually spending this exact moment with you. While you're watching this, I could be out picking up my son from the daycare, or I could be playing golf with some of my friends if it's summer. Now it's a bit winter and it's a bit cold, but yeah, I can use that automated system. I could use that video to get you to be informed about the products that I'm selling, and I could get you to start buying these products and possibly with that already get my commission without actually being present in a certain moment in time. So that automation that is now available nowadays is also highly advantageous in terms of these online business models. Now, for the people that are also doubting about are these business models good for me? Can I really generate enough revenue from it? I took some statistics from Amazon earlier this morning. Just to wrap your head around it. I mean, so Amazon revenue 2020 was 386 billion compared to 280 billion in 2019, which is a 37% increase year on year from 2019 to 2020. Obviously, Corona pandemic has probably had to do with that because a lot of people were home and ordering more, but still, that just shows us how great the opportunity is. Now, retail third-party sellers went from 53 billion to 80 billion. So that is almost a 50% increase for third-party sellers, which is people who are doing affiliate marketing or doing drop shipping, who are selling other people's products online. It shows online stores went from 141 to 197 billion, so also 39% increase. And on Amazon itself, it's actually fun to see that out of all the people that have been successful online, the vast majority of people on Amazon, or I would say, or companies on Amazon, are 1 to 5 people. 1 to 5 persons. There is not a lot out there. I mean, of course there are some, but the vast majority of the profitable ones are 1 to 5 people only. Now, that really to me says that the online opportunities are humongous, and of course people are thinking now if I jump in now, by the time I'm good enough, then Corona or the pandemic might be finished. Yes, true, but the online sales and online trainings, I mean, they are forecasted to keep growing, they're forecasted to keep rising. And I would definitely have to say that now is the best time to start learning about the online business, because it's not gonna disappear. And my personal prediction, I mean, I'm not sure if it's true, but my personal prediction is that you can see employers will be changing. Even, let's say, the whole corona pandemic is eradicated and we're back to the normal life of, let's say, how it was 2 years ago. People are going to start working from home a lot more often, and employers are going to figure out that, hey, maybe we don't need to have everyone in the office at the same time. So with that said, I do think that the online sales is definitely going to keep going. But that's just a personal opinion, but I'll leave it up to you if you believe that or not. Now lastly, this was a bit of a rant about what's available. Lastly, I just want to give you 2 very small but important tips, I would say, if you are really going to start and venture out and start your own online business. First and foremost, don't do everything yourself. If you have to figure everything out yourself, you're just going to take a lot longer to learn everything. And try to find a community, or try to find people that have done what you are about to do, who have made the mistakes that you are going to make probably, and learn from them. Ask them, and don't be shy to ask them for help, because you need all the help you can get. And whatever time you can cut out by asking someone who has more experience or who has followed the training, I would say definitely try to find that and use that for yourself. And then the second tip is, yes, not only ask help, but yeah, really to find a community, try to find mentors, and try to find accountability. Even if you don't join a specific program or a specific community, and you are really one of those persons that just loves to do everything on yourself, okay, fine, if that's the case, but at least get an accountability partner. Get someone, I don't care if it's a friend or someone from your family, but someone who knows what you're doing, who knows that you're starting online, and tell them about what you're going to do and when you're going to do it. Because having someone that holds you accountable for the actions that you need to take, for example, if you're going to say, I'm going to launch my website within 2 months, share it with your accountability partner, and that person is going to help you to really achieve your goals. I'm hoping this was valuable to you. If not, let me know. If you did enjoy it, let me know. I hope you liked the video, and if not, then too bad. You made it all the way to the end. So thank you for that. And now I guess I wish you a very good day. All right, take care and see you later.